collaborative learning. Hi everyone, I am Michelle and Cadelia. Today, we're going to dive into the exciting world of collaborative learning and how we can effectively teach communication skills to students to help them succeed. In this presentation, we'll explore how fostering communication in the classroom leads to better problem solving, stronger leadership skills, and a more engaging learning experience. The images you see will serve as a visual guide to the main concept we'll discuss. And the first slide refers to teaching communication for student collaboration. In today's classroom, learning is no longer confined to individual tasks and silent study. Instead, education thrives in spaces where students communicate, share ideas, and collaborate to achieve common goals. Effective communication is the foundation of student collaboration, and without it, group work becomes unproductive and misunderstood. Communication is not simply about talking. It's about listening, understanding, and building connection that make collaboration meaningful. The picture is showing that students gathered information and participated in class illustrates the practical side of this. They're not just working alone. They're sharing ideas, asking questions, and building on each other's thoughts. To foster this environment, we as educators can establish ground rules. Teach students to listen actively, respect different perspectives, and offer constructive feedback. Simple activities at the beginning of the class or project can help students get to know each other and break down social barriers. Show students how to articulate their thoughts clearly and respectfully by demonstrating it yourself. The pictures refers to the first subtopic, which is encouraging effective communication among students. It's about creating a safe space where every voice is heard and valued. This image of the teacher working with a group of students perfectly illustrates our next subtopic, teaching collaboration problem solving. When students work together to solve problems, they aren't just memorizing facts, they're learning to think critically and creatively. Each student brings a unique way of thinking to the table. One might see a mathematical solution, while another sees a more practical approach. By combining these perspectives, they arrive at a more complete answer. Collaboration teaches students that success isn't just a personal victory, but a shared one. They learn to rely on each other and support their teammates. And the third subtopic, which is the role of group discussion and learning. Group discussion are a cornerstone of collaborative learning. The images of people talking in a meeting room and students having a conversation illustrate how these discussions are not just about talking, but about active engagement and information exchange. When students discuss a topic, they have to articulate what to do. This process of explaining and debating helps them solidify their own understanding and identify gaps in their knowledge. Discussions challenge students to defend their ideas, consider counter-arguments, and change their minds when presented with new evidence. Hearing different viewpoints helps students understand that there are multiple ways to see a situation, which builds empathy and respect for others. This image of students engaged in conversation shows how a vibrant discussion can bring a topic to life. It's where learning becomes a dynamic, interactive process rather than a passive one. Effective communication and collaboration naturally lead to the development of leadership skills, which refers to the fourth subtopic about building leadership and communication skills in students. A good leader isn't just the one in charge. They are the one who can communicate a vision, motivate their team, and facilitate dialogue. The first image, showing a teacher at the front of the classroom, served as a powerful metaphor for this. We see the teacher pointing to a whiteboard with words like leadership. This shows that leadership is a skill that can be taught. It's about guiding and inspiring others, not just giving orders. The image of public speaking class demonstrates a direct way to teach these skills. Public speaking builds confidence, helps students organize their thoughts, and makes them more persuasive communicators. This image shows the practical application of this lesson. Building confidence in communication is the key part of developing leadership potential. The goal is to empower every student to be a leader, whether they are leading a project or simply leading a discussion. And now, let's talk how they can assist their learning through collaborative project, which is our fifth topic. Using collaborative project for assessment. The images of students working together on a project, whether it's building a model or conducting research, show us a more holistic way to evaluate their progress. Traditional tests often only measure individual knowledge. Collaborative project, on the other hand, assess a student's ability to apply that knowledge in a team setting. We can evaluate their communication, problem solving, and teamwork skills. In the professional world, most tasks are completed in teams. By using collaborative project for assessment, we are preparing students for the realities for the future careers. We can observe how they delegate tasks, resolve conflict, and contribute to a shared goal. This final image of a group of professionals working at a table shows a powerful connection between our classroom and the workplace. The skills we teach today are the same skills that will help our students succeed tomorrow. By embracing communication and collaboration, we're not just teaching subject, we're shaping capable, confident, and compassionate individual. This initial scene establishes the characters and their environment. The man and his dog are a team, even if their roles are different. This simple partnership is the foundation of collaboration. So, in the classroom, student collaboration begins with establishing groups. The students in the collaborative group are like a man and his dog. They're together on the same journey and must learn to work together. This is where the core conflict begins. The dog perceives the hero as a threat based on its own fear and a lack of understanding. The man, a more experienced collaborator, tries to calm the situation, but the dog, internal communication, overrides the man's guidance. In this segment, perfectly illustrate the challenges in student collaboration. Misunderstanding and miscommunication are common roadblocks. A student might react negatively to a new idea from a group member because they don't understand it or feel their own idea in being threatened. The teacher, like the man in the book, has a role to mediate and encourage open-mindedness. This is the great point to discuss the importance of active listening and empathy in a group. The conflict shifts from a confrontation to a shared problem. The heron's struggle becomes apparent, and the dog now sees the heron's raw purpose. The other is no longer a threat but a partner in a difficult situation. The heron and the dog has a shared goal to untangle the line. In connection to the topic, this is a crucial turning point. This is the moment in a collaborative project when students move past initial disagreements and realize they have a common objectives. You can highlight how the heron's action of showing its problem serves as a form of nonverbal communication. In a group, this is when students realize they need to communicate their needs and struggles to their peers to make progress. This is the pinnacle of the video, the dog and the heron, who were initially at odds. Now, work in perfect synchronization. They combine their unique strength to achieve a shared goal. In connection to the topic, this is the embodiment of collaborative problem solving. You can talk about how a diverse set of skills within a group is a strength, not a weaknesses. The dog and heron represent students with different talents. One might be a strong writer, another a great organizer, and the third a creative thinker. When they learn to communicate and utilize these different strengths, they can solve problems far more effectively than any one of them could alone. The video concludes with a powerful message about the rewards of collaboration. The heron's act of kindness is a result of their successful collaboration. The happiness of man and the dog shows the emotional and personal emotion that comes from working together and building trust. In connection to this topic, this finale beautifully ties back to the idea of building positive relationships through communication. The reward isn't just solving the problem, it's the new bond and mutual respect that develop between the dog and the hero. In the classroom, successful collaboration doesn't just produce a good project, it builds a sense of community, trust, and mutual respect among students. This experience encourages them to be kind to each other and see the value in every member of the group. In coordination in both life and